Hey guys, this is your girl Jennifer Lynn, the Crown Jewel, and I am back with another YouTube video. This is a prophetic word from the Lord, so as always, any word that you hear from anyone, always take it back to the Lord. Take me back to the Lord. Just take everybody back to the Lord, okay? Okay, so I seen a woman that was walking up the stairs of her home. She was inside the home and she was walking upstairs to the second floor where the bedrooms were. And so the woman, she ended up going into her bedroom to lay down and rest. And so with this, the Lord is telling many women, there's women out there that may be, following the channel or just listening, and you are standing and believing for your God ordained love story, for your kingdom marriage love story. Many of you guys, you have, you're at a point where you feel like you can't hold on anymore. And I've talked about this before. You feel like you can't hold on anymore. Many of you guys, you've been waiting, you've been standing, believing for God to bring this kingdom marriage together, and it's been a while, and you are just at a point where you just feel like you can't take it anymore because it's been a long stance, it's been a long wait. And so the Lord is telling you that he wants you to just rest in him and worship him. Go and worship and rest in him, because basically he has you, okay? He got you. He's going to fulfill the promise. And so a lot of times when God gives us a promise, we may be waiting a while because there are things that he has to bring together behind the scenes. There are things that he may be trying to protect us from. There could be a lot of different reasons why we are still in a waiting status, okay? But just know that God is going to fulfill, he's going to fulfill the promise to you, okay? Okay, so I also see that there is a young woman. She's in a church and she has some leg issues. It's like she's limping, and it looks like she's at a wedding rehearsal. Now, I don't know if this young woman may be related to someone that may be following me, and maybe you have already started planning out your wedding, and you said, I want this woman to be in my wedding, this girl to be in my wedding. Or this could be an actual woman that is getting married. Again, this is a woman that has some type of leg issues, and it's she appeared to be limping in the vision that I had, but it was very clear that she was in a church and she was at a wedding rehearsal. Okay, so the next vision that the Lord gave me, it was groups of chairs. They were in groups of two. It was like in a courtroom. So all over this courtroom, usually there are courtrooms where they have benches that people can sit, at these benches, or whatever you want to call it. There were no benches in this courtroom, okay? It was nothing but groups of two chairs. So it was two chairs here, two chairs there. It was in pairs of two all over the courtroom. And so this is the Lord basically saying that he has ruled in your favor when it comes to your kingdom marriage, when it comes to your God ordained love story. He's already ruled. It's a done deal. It's a done deal. So again, just keep believing and praying and know that God is going to fulfill the promise. Okay, so in the courtroom, the Spirit of God, it was like he was holding a newborn baby, okay? And he was holding this really large toothbrush. So the Lord is basically saying with this that He is going to basically scrub the past clean, and he is going to give many a fresh start. Those of you that are waiting, and I hate to say waiting because we're not really waiting for anyone to return, okay? There's things that God has to do. There's the work that we have to do while we're in this waiting period that I hate to say that, but that's what it is. But we're not waiting for a man or a woman or anything like that. We're waiting on the Lord to basically fulfill the promise. But he's also having us to do XYZ. Some of us, he's waiting for us to do these things, and that's why he has not fulfilled the promise. But the Spirit of God in the courtroom, like I said, he was holding a brand new baby. This baby was just born, wrapped up, and he had a very large toothbrush in his arms with the baby. And so again, the Lord is saying that he's scrubbing the past clean, and he is giving many a fresh and new start. Okay, all that you have went through, all that you have been through, the Lord is wiping all of that clean, and you're going to have a new and a fresh start with your kingdom spouse, with your God ordained spouse. Okay, and so again, the Lord has already ruled in your favor, and so he has a seat in the kingdom for you and your spouse. It's already a done deal. Okay, so I don't know if there is a woman named Margaret that is following me on this channel. Someone may know a Margaret, okay, but the Lord is saying it is your time. It is your time. Again, I don't know a Margaret personally, but maybe someone does, someone that you may be Margaret, or you may know someone that is, you're waiting for the Lord to bring your kingdom love story together. You're waiting for the Lord to bring your God ordained love story together. But the Lord is saying the time is now. It is your time. So whoever Margaret is, I hope that you're ready. I hope that you've done everything that the Lord has told you to do, because he's saying it is your time. Okay, so get ready. Okay, so I also had a vision of it was a really large wedding dress. Like, this woman, I don't even know how she was wearing this wedding dress. I don't know how she was wearing this wedding dress, because it was just really large. And so this is representing the power of God. But the woman, she had on this wedding dress, and on her back it looked like almost like a dragon, just some type of like evil dragon, some type of evil creature. And so this represented the enemy. And so for many, there are many women, they're believing God for their God ordained love story, but it has not come together yet, because many are listening to false prophets. They're walking in a spirit of deception. Okay, and so the Lord, in the vision, it was like the enemy was taken, it was like it was just pulled off the woman back. The dragon, it was just pulled off her back, and she was walking like up these stairs to get married. It was like an outdoor wedding. And so she was walking up a few stairs, or whatever the case may be, and she was going to get married. And again, it was just the most beautiful and large wedding dress. And the woman wasn't big, but this is representing God's power and what he's getting ready to do with marriages. But the Lord said that as you cling to him, as you stop listening to so many of these so-called prophetic voices that are really false prophets, he's gonna remove the deception, and you're gonna move into the promise. So I don't know who that is for, but again, the Lord wants you to press into him, press into his word, take everyone back to the Lord, and God is going to begin to reveal some things to some of you guys. And again, those of you guys that may be listening to people that you should not be listening to, as you come from up under that, as you come from up under the deception, the Lord is going to show you He's moving you closer to that promise for that God ordained marriage. Okay, so as you guys know, I have many visions of men in suits, and like I've been saying, the Lord is getting ready to do something mighty. He's already started, but He's doing something mighty with the men in this season when it comes to marriage, and even the preparation that He is taking them through. But I heard the Lord say, prepare for the celebration. I seen party hats, and then I heard the Lord say, prepare for the celebration. Okay, and I also had a vision of there are some counterfeit men out there, and there are some women that believe that they are to marry these men. The Lord said He's going to be moving these men out the way so He can get you to the real deal, so He can get you to the man that He created for you. But I seen counterfeit men falling that are deceiving women, and these are men, like I said, that the woman believes that she's supposed to be marrying, but the Lord is saying no, He has someone else for you. So I don't know who that is for, but again, counterfeit men that are intentionally deceiving women. You know, a lot of times there are men that will pretend to be walking for God when they're really not walking for God. They're pretending just so they can get XYZ out of you. So they will make you believe these different things, that they're going to do these different things for you, that you're going to have this life, all so they can get what they want to get out of you. And so again, the Lord, He's removing these counterfeit men so He can get you to the real deal. So I don't know who that may be for, but if you are a woman that you're believing the Lord for marriage, and the Lord has already promised you marriage, you may very well be with someone. The Lord will give you 1,000,000 confirmations if you keep asking. He's even still to this day, okay, the Lord is still giving me confirmations for my God ordained spouse. He will continue to give you confirmations. So if there is anyone out there and they believe that, you know, this may not be the person, this may not be the person for them that they are with, again, take it back to the Lord. And I have to do another video because I have somewhat of a testimony that I want to share with you guys in regards to that. The next vision that the Lord gave me, it was of many men boots. So the Lord is preparing many men not only for marriage, but He is preparing them for the things that are to come in this world. As I told you, many of you guys, you have a special calling on your life. Many of the God ordained husbands, they have a special calling on their lives. So even with that, there's a reason for the wait, because the Lord is preparing many of these men for a lot of things. It's not just for marriage, but it's for things that they are going to be doing in the world. So it is a process, you know, it's a process. Okay, so also there's gonna be someone having a baby, and I have a feeling that you're going to be having a baby shortly after you get married, or you come back in contact with your God ordained husband. So let's just say if you're already married and you guys decided to reconcile and make things work. I don't know if this is for a woman that's already married or if this is for a woman that is believing the Lord for marriage, but whoever is for, they're going to be having a baby, and it's going to be fairly quickly from the time that you guys restore things and you reconcile, or shortly after the marriage comes. And so I seen a baby rattle, and it looked like a large piece of candy, but it was a baby rattle. So this is gonna be a baby that is gonna be really sweet. This baby is gonna bring you guys a lot of joy. Okay, so congratulations, whoever that is for. Okay, and then this is something that is for false prophets. So the Lord message for false prophets: if there's a false prophet watching this, only you know what you are doing. But you know, the Lord is very serious about this. There's been a lot of talk about false prophets. Okay, but the Lord was basically showing me that there is going to be a fall with false prophets. Okay, for those that are deceiving the body of Christ intentionally for personal gain and all these different things, there is going to be a fall for those that many of you guys are celebrating. Basically, maybe you're not, but there's going to be a fall. Many are celebrating these so-called prophets, and they're really not prophets from God. They are deceivers, and the Lord is saying there's going to be a fall. There's going to be a price to pay unless they repent. Okay, so that is it. That is all. I hope this was a blessing to someone. This is your girl, Jennifer Lynn, the Crown Jewel, and I will talk with you guys next time.